Hey Aubrey, would you pay attention to a review being done by someone who's been paid for that review? Well, I don't know. I've never been paid for a review. I'm good. Fair enough, fair enough. How about someone that's been given all these expensive products, running shoes, for free? Oh, I see where you're going with this. Well, how about then reviewers that are being flown overseas by brands and then expected to actually issue a review of a product by them? Oh, here we go. Yeah, you have a point. Let's talk about it. My name is Aubrey. I'm a runner, but for this video, please also know I review running shoes here on YouTube. Because of that, I thought I would tackle this topic head on and answer the question, can you really trust the reviews that you're seeing on YouTube? Owing to 4 maybe compromising factors that might sway a reviewer towards a certain direction. Number 1, paid reviews. Can you trust those? Number 2, when you get free products, can you really trust a review? Number 3, how about people that are being flown out to different countries to attend all these fancy events? And number 4, affiliated reviewers, that they review a certain pair of shoes and tell you there's a link in the description and they get a commission. Can you trust those reviews? It's going to be a sticky one, but it needs to be talked about. Paid reviews. Can you trust them? There is currently a very big incident that's been reported by YouTube reviewers. You might have heard of Insta360. They do action cameras, 360 cameras. They released their latest camera, the X4. Somebody has alleged, a few reviewers have alleged and reported that Insta360 is asking them to not disclose the fact that these are sponsored reviews with the aim of making those reviews sound relatable and authentic. It's dishonest. And I say alleged because I don't know who's telling the truth, who's not. I just want to give that as an example. The rules actually state that you need to say within the first 30 seconds of your video that this is a sponsored review. You also need to include it in the description. The good reviewers do that. We must remember that some of these YouTube reviewers, this is how they look after their families. This is how they earn a living. So there is literally nothing wrong with doing a paid review. I support it. In fact, if it ever gets to a point where I start getting offered to be doing paid reviews, be assured I'm accepting it, because that means a better life for my children. That means a better family life, me, my fiance, the house we live in, all that kind of stuff. But there is a higher requirement, therefore, to maintain your integrity. How? Disclose it. I have been paid to do this review. And that doesn't mean that I will be influenced. You also have to say, if when I'm done with this video, I'll send it to the brand for their feedback and all that kind of stuff, or they won't get to see it before you guys do. You have to say those things when it is being paid. You have to be honest. There's no other way around it. The biggest advice I will give you is get to know the reviewer and build a relationship with them. That way you know whether you can trust them or not. Thirdly, look at other opinions. What are other opinions saying about this product? Why is this guy the only guy supporting it whilst everyone else is busy slamming this thing? It might be a lack of integrity. Aubrey, we love what you do, but you get given all these shoes by these brands. Can we really trust your reviews? Context again. I grew up in a little country called Malawi. My family, my parents did an amazing job with their 6 children. I've got 5 siblings. But we didn't always have everything we needed, let alone what we wanted. But my parents did an amazing and outstanding job for our education and our basic needs. That upbringing put me in this space where I am grateful for everything that I get. I work hard, don't get me wrong. I work hard for everything that I have. I can't afford to be buying pairs of shoes at 200, 250 pounds. The most expensive shoe I own, which was given to me, is 265 pounds. You see, I've got 2 kids. I've got a fiance. I've got mortgage. I've got a car bill. You know where I'm going with this. I can't afford it. Don't judge how the visuals look and mistake that as, oh, this guy's balling, this guy's living good. No, I can't afford to be buying running shoes at the prices that the running shoes are at. Simple, I can't do it. So when I get the opportunity of having a steady flow of running shoe content, shoes that help me actually enjoy running, these are the very best products that this world has to offer, I'm going to be grateful. Story number 2, Ultra Running. They supported me when I had under 600 subscribers. They were giving me running shoes and I felt very grateful, and I issued a review. It was highly critical of one of their shoes. I just didn't like the look of it. It performed really well, but it looked very old-fashioned, and I said it. I was like, you know what? When I see Rich, the tech rep, how the heck am I going to talk to him? And he said, thank you for that review. That's very useful, because when you tell us that feedback, we take it on, but we also take to heart the good things you say. So I was like, oh, okay. And therefore, I haven't been holding back. Despite my gratitude, despite the fact that I'm thankful, I will always tell these brands how I truly feel. It's as simple as that. And since we're being honest, let me also just say this. Whether you like it or not, running shoe reviewers, especially the ones that are gifted these products, those products will have been in a marketing budget. We are therefore part of these brands' marketing plan. It's simply how it works. It's just that the good reviewers won't allow that to affect their objectivity, their integrity. They simply recognize it, disclose it, and let you guys know. I'm not always the best with giving my disclosures, and it's simply because I'm also fairly young in this thing, so I'll make mistakes here or there. But one thing for sure is you will know my true opinion regardless of how I got the shoe. Simple as that. So yes, I will still receive running shoes. I will work with brands, and this is what my Instagram is for and why it differs to the YouTube. On my Instagram, when I receive the shoe, I'll do a whizzy transition, show off the shoe, showcase it, and it serves the brand that sent me the shoe really well, and they enjoy that. But when I sit down and press record on this camera for a running shoe review, I mean business, and I mean integrity and honesty the best way I know how. Simple as that. However, since we're being honest, there are some reviewers I know that, you know what, because of your affiliation or closeness to this brand, I'm not really going to take your review to heart. I'm going to take it with a pinch of salt. I'll then verify with the guys over there and that one over there. It's just simply how it works, which is why it's important, like I said, get to know your reviewers. This is where it gets sticky. So within the YouTube world, Panasonic released a camera called the Lumix S9. They invited a whole load of influencers and reviewers to Japan. Some influencers didn't go. Those influencers and others have explained that there's a lack of integrity in these events. Okay, there's a lot more to the backstory. There's a guy, his name is Gerald Undone. This guy is amazing for exposing technical aspects of cameras. He's a camera reviewer. He's the one who's kind of led this thing. And it's also something that's sort of driven me to do this video. Aubrey, you've been flown over to events before. How are we going to listen to you when those brands that have flown you over there issue a product and you review it? Let's just face into this head on. A lot of the channels I love and respect, Ben is Running, the guys from the Run Testers, Believe in the Run, Kofuzi, the president himself, they've been flown to these different events, right? If there's going to be a big running event, I know the usual faces. Just at this one time, this one was there. I think it's highly important to be grateful. I'm going to go back to the first point I said. It's marketing. Adidas, in that particular event, have identified, we love these personalities. These guys definitely need to be at our event because, one, we like their personal brands, but also they have a following, the same following that we want to be our market. So if we invite these guys, we're going to do two things. We're going to build strategic relationships with these people, one. And two, their following will see our brand. And our brand will be in the front of their minds. There's a lot of marketing. It's all strategic. But when you're a guy like me, You're over there just going, yeah, of course, I'm gonna go. I got there. All of my Instagram knew about it. I was putting out daily videos, even on this YouTube channel, because this had never happened to me before. And I was stupidly grateful, and I will continue to be so. When Adidas released a running shoe, actually, let me get to it right now. Takumi Sen 10. We got there in Germany. They gave everyone a Takumi Sen 10. Everyone ran on it on the Saturday except me, because I didn't like it. It hurt my foot, and they tried to give me a size up. It still hurt my foot and the other one. And so they gave me the Supernova Rise, which happens to be my favorite daily trainer from Adidas. The Takumi Sen 10 is not a shoe for me. When it's time to review it, I will say exactly that. I haven't done so yet because obviously I haven't run in it. I can't run in it because it hurts my foot. I have a choice on what I want to talk about. And the ones that I will talk about are the ones that I have running. There's some that I have running and I have criticized. An example would be the Under Armour Velocity Elite. I came under a lot of fire for that review, but it was my opinion. If somebody reviews a running shoe and then they tell you there's a link you can buy it, can you really listen to what they're saying? You see, because they want to get paid. They get a commission if you buy the shoe based on their review using their link. That brings into question the thing of integrity. Again, can you really listen to people like that? Well, yeah. I'm going to give you a few examples. Run Like Hella. One of my favorite reviewers. I've collaborated with her and I love the woman. She does an amazing job. She's affiliated with Running Warehouse. And there is a guy called Ben Felton. Ben is running. He works closely with the guys at ProDirect. They will send him shoes. He will review them. And it kind of leads the audience back to ProDirect. Can you really trust Ben is running? These people are intentional about disclosing these relationships. That's something I respect. They will go as far as actually criticizing the shoe despite the fact that they're affiliated, despite that they're pointing back to a retailer. That's really something to admire because there is that integrity. However, there are some people, not just running shoes, in YouTube generally. You can tell that this person just simply wants to get paid and that's it. Those people I don't really listen to because I know this is purely about a commission. And therefore, I take their reviews as entertainment. I take it as information for something new, but I will not necessarily spend my money based on that review. I will watch a few other people. I will watch people that are known for integrity and criticizing where it needs to be, complimenting where it's deserved. That is my only suggestion to you. Get a second opinion. But it all comes down to this. Get to know the reviewer and trust them. Get to know their values. What do they stand for? That's going to be highly critical. Let's wrap up here. I've been talking for a while. I recently attended ProDirect's photo shoot, video shoot for their summer campaign. Stupidly grateful because I love ProDirect. Here's what a disclosure looks like. Let's go to this one because I have to get close and personal. It is actually a dream of mine to work much closer with ProDirect. I trust what they're doing. I trust their brand. They're current. If ProDirect offers me the opportunities to work with them, no doubt, I'm saying yes. No doubt. If ProDirect send me a pair of running shoes, Aubrey, this is coming up. Can you review it on our behalf? Maybe share a link so people can buy the shoe from us. Absolutely, I will. Absolutely, I will. Would ProDirect then ask me to not highlight negatives? No. No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. I know the guys I worked with. There's a guy, his name is Tom Folan. He actually reviews some of the shoes on their channel. I don't believe that they will do that. So there is a step here where the reviewer chooses the right relationships. I've had brands approach me to review such a product. Talk about, and I say no, simply because they don't have the right intentions for me and my channel. They're only seeing pound signs or dollar signs and you wanting to use me and my platform. The answer to those people is no. So, from a reviewer's perspective, I'm intentional about who I lock in with. From a viewer's perspective, you guys also need to know these brands very well. Can you trust these brands? One. And two, can you trust the reviewer? I thought I would take a second and just talk to you about it. Thank you. I'm going to see you in another one where I'm probably going to talk running shoes. Yep.